Hello, this is Kyle. I'm going to be discussing my project for the uh, events. I've created an events JavaScript file. I've done four different events. I put a add event listener to the DOM content getting loaded, and then it runs this function start.js, which encapsulates my code for the events. I have an initiate function. It fetches API data from the random user API, and then it puts those users into the blog post of the hiker's guide um, using a insert adjacent HTML. So it uses a for loop, and it adds each of these for the result of three users that I'm pulling from this API using fetch. The event listener is here to make sure that it's not null. I put an if statement, and then the next thing I'm going to do is I've kind of followed along with some of the code that the teacher's done, but I've also used some of the stuff that we've learned from last month. I created a button that has a bunch of classes so that it's disabled, and then when you target it, there's a couple functions here. There's this form validation function and this validate required function, and then these are my event listeners here. So it's looking for an input that something is there, and then a blur as well. When these are called, it removes an attribute that allows the submit button to go through. So let me give you an example of all of these. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I I really worked, or I started to work the CSS a little bit better. I'm starting to get a better grasp of it. Um, I probably should have removed these borders before I did this presentation, but it's 11:26. So there's a home, destinations, events, and connect page. Here is the different blog posts, and if I hit the load more, it loads new blog post in there. From that API, I can just keep adding and keep adding, keep on adding. Just keeps on giving me those sweet blog posts. And then if I go to the connect page, I have a form here. If I can put my information here. Let's put this one here, and if I click here, it gives. I'm trying to get this to go here, but I'm having issues with it getting down here. So I'll have to figure that out. That's the one thing I couldn't figure out. But if you put in on all the forms there, it's now in submit, and you hit submit, and it'll, because I don't have something to message to the user, it just resets the form. See here, it doesn't do anything unless I put something here. And I can hit submit. back to home. And I can keep loading. But I am still working the CSS. I got a little bit further. I'm trying. Thank you.